I want to talk about just getting rid of all manipulation in your sales calls. So, just approaching the prospect purely from an intent of cooperation and just trying as much as possible being beneficial to your prospect and just being as authentic and as genuine as possible. Because I believe that's the best way that you can get results. I used to be a little bit manipulative in my sales calls. And that was not because I was trying to be evil necessarily. Maybe sometimes I was trying to get an advantage over someone, because maybe getting the better end of the deal but a lot of the times it was just me being needy that I felt I need this to make money. And so it's just trying to push the prospect into your deal because you feel like you need it, and then you're not really considering what's at stake for him. And so it's not really most of it. It's not something I was doing conscious, but the better I get at sales and the more I understand about sales, the more I understand it's just about cooperation, just about being genuine with your prospect. Because the reality of business is that the most money in your business you're going to make from the cooperation, the long-term cooperation, the long-term deal with your prospects, which means the more trust you can give them, the better, and the better that you can cooperate with them, and just the better you can work together, and the more genuine you can be, the more money you're going to be making in your business, because retention is one of the biggest problems in business. And it's much more important to retain a good client than it is to sign a new client. And so this is the way you're just going to make a lot more money. And secondarily, it's also just going to make your business be a lot nicer and more enjoyable as well. So that's good. But I mean, think about it, because most likely you could be a lot more genuine in your sales calls than you are right now. And you could be probably a lot more authentic as well, sharing your honest feelings. Because I really feel even though it is something that's said a lot in sales, be genuine, be authentic, try to genuinely care about your prospects. I feel this isn't always the case. People are aware of that, but I feel when you genuinely and honestly look at yourself, also me at myself, you could probably be a lot more honest, genuine, and authentic than you are right now. And you're probably doing a lot of things that are manipulative that you could just eradicate. And I believe the more honest, the more genuine, the more authentic you can be, the better results you're going to get, because people are going to trust you a lot more. And also there's a caveat to that, and the caveat is that you also need to be able to set boundaries, right? Because if you are honest, but the prospect doesn't reciprocate, then that's something you need to be able to challenge that, right? So if you're not able to challenge properly, then that means that you're not going to be able to be as honest and as genuine and as authentic, because now you're not able to defend yourself when you are. When you show your honest feelings, now the prospect might hurt you and you're not able to defend yourself. So I always think it's a balance between, on the one hand, doing integrated shadow work to be able to have boundaries, but the end goal should always be to be more honest, to be more genuine and more authentic. And also from both sides, right? You expect that from the prospect as well. But the way you're going to get that is mostly from inspiring that, from exuding that yourself. That's the way you're going to inspire other people to participate in that. Now, the true way that you can inspire that is that you're not going to inspire someone by setting a boundary, by saying, hey, you should be like that. But if you are able to say that without needing to say that, once you've integrated that shadow work or like that learning to set boundaries, once you've integrated that, now you will become magnetic, because now people will feel that you can defend yourself, but you don't need to. Because people won't go there. So that is my take on it. And as I said, like, I truly believe the more genuine, authentic you can be, the more you can eradicate all type of manipulation out of your sales, the more better deals you're going to get. So it's like always like a process of like being self-aware, big part, because that's what's going to allow you to find out where you need to improve. And then it's a matter of working on that. But if you take on this mindset that you want to be as honest, as genuine and authentic as possible, I think that's going to make that can make a big difference in like your sales goals and in your results and in your relationships and partnerships with people. So this is my take on it. I'm pretty sure, that's a true perspective. There's a lot of truth to what I said here. It's what I've been experiencing for the past 2 years in sales. But let me know if you have any comments on that, if you have any ideas. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a great day. Cheers.